Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz, and you're watching episode 2 of the misadventures of LockNutz on Wild River Forest. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 and good morning to ya. Oh, the sun is up, the sky is blue. Oh boy, it's good times, good times. Oh man. So I don't know if you guys seen this. I was out here yesterday after I completed that contract. I may have taken a little liberty on myself, but no one's seen of doing some donuts, so not too shabby. When I got back, they didn't have any contracts for me or anything. I said, oh, okay, did I do something wrong this time? They're like, no, we're just as surprised as you are, so. Oh, it's a big win, big win, but I decided I'd come back over here and start taking Jimmy up on his offer. And starting to clear a little bit of a path here, and I tell you what, it was a big pain in the butt. Oh, there's some deer over there. I like venison. But I started taking him up on his offer of cleaning this place up, because I need some place to stay. In being able to stay here for as cheap as he's willing to throw it at me, that's nothing. The least I can do is go ahead and clean it up. The only thing that I'm not too sure of is how much he needs me to clean it up. I mean, I don't want to get too crazy or anything like that. I mean, he has a car sitting right there and the whole 9 yards. It gets thick in through here, but geez. It was a pain in the butt. It was a pain in the butt. I went and I started cleaning stuff up. I just got tired. I got tired. My stomach started grumbling. I went and got myself to eat, came back. By the time I get back, it was dark, and I just got super tired. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and turn in for the night. But, you know, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, how far does he want me to clean this out back here? Do I need to just clean up the main run? I mean, some of these trees, obviously, they've been here for a while, and stuff's been there. So I'm not overly concerned with any of the issues of the big trees, but some of these bushes and stuff like that, I'm not too sure. What do we got here? Huh. I am not sure what that is. Looks like, I'll be honest, when I was standing back over here, I thought I was like on Animal Planet. There was some sort of dinosaur out there or something. I don't know. It was kind of weird looking. What the heck is this thing? Got a spot to hook up a PTO on here. Got teeth. You know, I bet you this is something for like taking down brush or mowers or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what the heck this thing is, but I wonder if I can make some use out of it. Well, I'll just have to do a little bit of digging into that. Actually, you know what? There is that tractor for sale. And I was doing a little bit of digging around before, and I think the owner of that orange tractor we seen when we were out doing work for Jimmy. Let's get underneath here. I think the guy's name was Richard? I'm not sure. I'm sure he's a friendly guy, but I don't know. Maybe that might be worth taking a little shot and seeing what's going on here. I mean, it's a brand new day. I'll probably head down to the shop to see if there's any contracts out there. Maybe I can ask if this Richard guy may end up owning that tractor, if he'd be willing to part with it. I don't know. But that'd definitely make this a little bit easier, coming out here and just coming through here like a madman, chopping all this stuff down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whew. All right, enough of that stuff. We got to get ourselves down to the shop. I'm getting a little too excited here, so I'm just going to sprint down there, and I will meet you there as soon as I can. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll walk. Maybe we're just gonna walk down there. Oh boy. Yes, 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 I brought my bee repellent. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. You jerk. Well, they have a plowing contract for me, and you know how the last plowing contract ended up. I ended up being attacked by bees, vicious bees. So they kind of, they kind of got after me about that, and just reminded me to watch out for bees in the field because they'll be watching. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, come to find out, they were little miffed, if you will, because that that plowing contract I did, the plow over there for, I don't know, whatever her name was, that plow is kind of messed up just a hair. So there's that. Huh. But that was then, this is now. I'm a new man, I'm a changed LockNutz, you betcha. A little bit of WD-40 and I got myself rocking and rolling on all cylinders, you betcha. Well, I'm at least hoping they're gonna buy it, because I'm not. And I believe if I can fake it well enough, they might believe me too. But it is what it is, so get out here, we'll rock and roll, we'll do a little bit of plowing. Now, I think, oh shoot, you know what I forgot to do when I was in there? They were heckling me and razzing me about those bees so much, I completely forgot to ask about that tractor. You know what, while I'm over here, I'll just kind of see if there's anybody who is walking around. Maybe I can ask them, maybe they might know a little bit more about that, or anything down that line. Maybe they could point me in the right direction. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Either way. Oh, man. I tell you what. When I left... Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh, no. Okay. I think... Yep. Nobody saw anything. Nobody saw anything. So like I said, when I was leaving Mr. Ting's place, unfortunately, I did end up forgetting a couple things over there. Now, like I was saying, I put my stuff into that box, and I haven't seen the thing since. It just disappeared. So I don't know what ended up happening with it, if Mr. Tingg took it and hid it someplace on me, he was upset. I don't know. Either way, there was a couple things I didn't have in there because I kind of left in a little bit of a hurry and whatnot. And, you know, my coffee grinder was one of those things that I really miss. I really miss. There's just something about going ahead and throwing some coffee beans into your grinder, and you just take the thing and you grind it and grind it and grind it. There's... I don't know, it's kind of something satisfying about that. Kind of down that same line is butter. I don't know if anybody has ever made any butter before, like churning your own butter. I tell you what, I remember in school, I'm trying to remember, maybe second or third grade, we had a little project we did where we actually churned some butter. I know it sounds kind of silly, but you know what? Something like that is, it almost makes it seem a little rewarding. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Comment down below. Have you guys ever churned butter before? Or something like that where there is a task that you don't need to do. Like churning butter. You just don't need to churn butter anymore. It's kind of I guess outdated would be a good way of saying it. Outdated and kind of unnecessary. But it gives you a little bit of that, a little bit of a reward for going about doing it. I don't know, like I said, comment down below if you guys churn butter or something down that same line. A task that is kind of obsolete. You don't need to do it anymore. But you just find some great satisfaction in doing it. Maybe it's making your own ice cream, something like that. I don't know. But comment down below. Because I tell you what, after leaving that coffee grinder over at Mr. Tingg's, I really miss it. I really miss it. You know, I did have it pretty good over there. Had the opportunity to stay someplace where it's nice and warm. All the milk that you could want. It was perfect. Ah, well. Hopefully he understands. Hopefully he knows I appreciate him. Unlike this field. This field stinks. But I'm really appreciative that I did not have to do the taters in here. That is for sure. So, to save you guys a little bit of that trouble, I'll go ahead and I'll take care of these ones by myself. I'll keep myself on the straight and narrow. Maybe. And I'll probably meet you after I get done. Toodles. Yes, you guessed it. I am not on the same field as I was before. Yeah, you betcha. I was actually on my way back over here, just pulling in, talking to the guys, saying, hey, I got this contract done, pretty darn slick, and they said, hey, you know what? We got one for you right here. It just, they actually just got off the phone. They hadn't posted it yet or anything like that. You want to do it? Like, yes, this would be awesome. I'd love to go and do this. But before I go ahead and do it, I got to ask you guys, that contract that I just completed over there, there's this old tractor that's sitting out there. Now, I don't know what's going on with it, but I wanted to kind of figure out what was going on. Is there something happening with it? I don't know who owns this or anything like that. They end up saying the guy's name that owns that land, his name is Richard Miller. So I was right about that part at least. And old Miller's like, can I have his phone number? Can I have his phone number? I just want to ask him about it. I'm kind of interested. If it's for sale, I might be looking at purchasing it. But yeah, I just want to ask the question. You know, could you guys give me his number and I can give him a jingle real quick or what? They kind of hemming and hawing, and they finally said, yeah, here's his number. I called up Richard, got that stuff going, and I tell you what, we worked out a deal, you betcha. I ended up paying $2,000 for that thing, but you know what? It's going to be worth it. Definitely worth it. He ended up saying it was, it had over 200... I think it was over 200 working hours on that thing. So, you know, for a tractor here, you know, it's getting up there. So a little bit more of a discounted rate. It's not the end of the world. It could be worse by any means, but I got myself a tractor. I ended up meeting him down at the local pizzeria, coffee shop, place, whatever it is you want to call it. It's a jack of all trades store. And you betcha. We worked out a deal, handed over the cash, and right now, in my pocket, I have a brand new set of keys, a jingle jangling. Oh, yeah. You betcha. I'm loving it. Oh, man, I got done. I came out here and I'm like, hey, getting this done as professional as I possibly can. You know, they're watching. They're always watching. So, It's awesome. It's awesome. Oh, man, like I said, I wanted to try and keep things on the up and up, do everything that I possibly can to make them think up here that I'm doing a good job, because I'm so darn excited. I am so darn excited. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh. I think this is, yeah, we'll go ahead and park this over here. I think this is where they just generally want everything, but I tell you what, guys, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to get myself paid. Get the contract completed, and then we're going to head on over there and pick up the new tractor. Oh, man. I'm jazzed. I am jazzed about this. So, oh, let me go get this taken care of. And I'll tell you what, I will meet you guys out over there. That way you don't have to walk with me. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And there it is with all its glory. Did you look at that thing? Oh man, $2,000, not too shabby. I think this is a Fiat, maybe. I'm not too sure, but let's listen to this thing. 231 hours. Oh, listen to that thing purr. You betcha. You betcha. My gosh, it's got raw steel. Oh my god, the thrust. The thrust, it's amazing. I feel like I'm shooting out of a rocket. Oh man, it's awesome and so cool, and it's nothing much. I'm not gonna lie, it really is nothing much, but you know what, it sure beats walking, and at least it's ours, and I think that's probably the best thing that I can think about with this. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's the best thing I could think of. But, I don't know, we'll head on home, I guess, at this point. We might as well go ahead and see if we can hook it up to that dinosaur that's out there and see if we can get this thing up rocking and rolling. Yeah, it ain't too bad, but you know what? Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, that's for darn sure. Boy, that was fast. I can't believe I waited this long to get a tractor, son of a gun. Well, I guess I had no money, so yeah, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about it right now. The only thing I can do is just get back home with this bad mamma jamma and start rocking and rolling. Oh yeah, you betcha. Ooh, it's a little thick right here. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm seeing what Jimmy's talking about. I really should go do something with this. It definitely is gonna help everything out, help reestablish everything. Cutting this stuff up, probably the best bet. I can't really get into the barn, so I guess I'll just try and get around over here. Boy. Look at this. Look at this. Right over here. You got all that over there, the trees. And then over there, bam. My gosh, super thick. Super thick. How do I get on over there? There's the outhouse. I see that. Go back a little bit farther. There it is. There's the dinosaur. Booyah. Gotta love that thing. Let's get ourselves set back up over here. Hook this thing up and see if this thing works. I mean, I don't even know if this... Wait a minute. What's going on here? Take a peek at this. What's going on? Oh, yeah, there it is, right there. Okay, that's how we got to go ahead and get this thing hooked up. I got to spin this just a little bit, see if I can go ahead and just give it a little bit of a nudge to turn it, and all right, let's just push it out of here. Why not? Let's get out of here. It's probably not the best thing, considering I don't even know if this is gonna work or anything at this point, but well, we're gonna find out one way or another real fast. All right. There we go, perfect. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can get this to move at all. All right, wow. I'm actually kind of surprised. Look at that. Look at that. It's actually working pretty darn slick. It turns on. Even perfect. Let's get a peek at this thing. Oh, yeah. Don't get too close to that. But yeah, that's going to work out just perfect. That is just going to rip through all those trees and shrubs and everything. Oh, perfect. This even is cutting the grass. This is awesome. I tell you what, guys, we're really going to be able to clean this place up. I think we're going to be able to do this. Get this nice and cleaned up for Jimmy. Whole 9 yards is going to be great. Let's fold this up quick. There we go. Yeah, I think we're going to really be able to do a good job getting this taken care of. Now, I wonder what Jimmy would end up doing. There's a pile of logs right over there. Get back in here. I don't worry about the logs right now. I wonder what Jimmy's going to say about when we get done with all this. Not that, you know, it matters all that much, but I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to say. Are we going to get some more benefits for doing this for Jimmy? I mean, what's going to happen here? I'm just kind of curious about that. Oh, did you see? Oh, it is just tearing right through all those shrubs, just getting them right the heck out of here. This is awesome. Oh man, this is gonna make easy work of a lot of this stuff here. Getting this all cleaned up. Absolutely spectacular. I mean, you almost can't even make this stuff up. This is so cool. Well, I know what I'm gonna be doing for a little bit here. A little bit of chopping, a little bit of cutting, whatever it is that you want to call it. It's going to be awesome. Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing right now? Oh my gosh. As you guys seen, it was getting pretty darn late when I was out here rocking and rolling, trying to get this all accomplished. And I couldn't do it anymore. It was too dark. I guess that's not gonna work there. I can't get that one. It just got to be too dark. I couldn't see what I was doing anymore. I couldn't tell where I'd been. I couldn't tell where I was going, so I just called it at that time and said, you know what, it's good enough for the night. There's always another day. And look at it, it's another day. It's amazing how that stuff happens. It's almost like I have some sort of ESP or something. Maybe I'm a sage, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. But I could be. I could be. So, we got this taken care of. That's one of the things we got to really go ahead and do is get this all nice and cleaned up. We got all these shrubs and everything all taken care of. There was the pile of debris that was sitting just outside the barn here. I picked that stuff up, kind of got that cleaned up a little later on. And then this morning I took the wheelbarrow that was sitting out here and tossed it inside the barn. I'm not sure what's going to be done with all that stuff. The inside of the barn, though, that definitely looks like it's going to be a bit of a mess that we'll have to go ahead and clean up in there. We'll go take a look at that. Actually, we'll go like this. Drop that off for the time being. There we go. We'll let that sit right here for just a second. Yeah, like I said, I put the wheelbarrow in here. I wasn't really sure what to do with it. Got some of this stuff. It's just sitting in here. We'll have to work on getting this cleaned up at some point, but it's a new day. It's the beginning of October, so that's always a big win. One of the things that we're going to want to look at doing here is, I don't know, I'd say contracts, because we gotta love the contracts. You betcha. That, and now we had our first free month of living here rent-free, essentially. We'll have to make sure we get enough money to pay Jimmy, which I think we will. I just have to remember to actually pay him. That's the one thing I'm a little leery about. Don't know how that's all going to pan out. I'm pretty sure it'll work out just fine, though. Oh my gosh, this sure beats walking. This sure beats walking. So we'll go ahead, we'll go down there, we'll see what's going to end up happening. I'm not 100% sure. I can almost assume there's going to be some extra contracts that are out here. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to 100% wait and see. Just like we'll have to wait and see what happens with all those parts that I left over by Mr.Tingg. Well, I at least hope Mr.Tingg doesn't throw that stuff out, because, yeah, I don't know, maybe there might be some form of patching things up, and maybe we'll see each other again and all that jazz. But as for right now, I don't know when that's going to end up being. I kind of feel bad about the way, like I said, I feel bad about the way I left with all of this, but I don't know. I thought just getting out of there, it felt like my welcome had been worn out, so. With that being said, here we are, and I think I have an opportunity to kind of straighten things out. Maybe. I don't know. There's always that outside possibility I could get sidetracked and goof around and completely forget about what needs to happen. You never know. So I'm actually going to go ahead and let's park the tractor right about... we'll park it right over here. We'll see what they got for me, and we'll kind of go from there. Let's check this out. You guys watch the tractor. Make sure nothing weird happens. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, you betcha, you betcha. I bet you guess what I'll be doing. A little bit of weeding, you betcha. Now, I did ask them if I could go ahead and use my tractor for this, and they said, yeah, you can. Let's go ahead and take a look at it to make sure we're doing okay. They said that my particular tractor is actually very light on the front end, so would probably have an issue carrying that. And I said, well, can we try throwing on some weights? So we came out here, we threw some weights on this thing, and they still said that it's probably going to be just a little bit too heavy for me. So they suggested just using this little bugger over here. So I guess for the time being, on this particular contract, we're going to go ahead and use this thing, the Antonio Carrera Tony. Yeah, whatever, I'll take it. We'll use it. It's not the end of the world. Mainly because this contract here is for someone that we all know. You betcha this contract is for Jimmy. Oh, man. Oh, boy, you betcha. Of course, I took this one right away. As soon as they said it's for Jimmy, I am on it hot. You betcha. Now, partially because there were some higher paying contracts that I actually kind of knew about. But with my checkered history of contract shenanigans, I guess is a good way to say it, they said that you need to do this contract here first before you can kind of go ahead and jump into doing some higher paying ones. Now, I guess when it comes to doing contracts here, they have like a tiered system. Certain dollar amounts or have a certain point system, or however you want to look at it. I have to do so much and earn their trust so much. I guess essentially earn points to make them happy. I think I actually turned here this time. Yeah, I turned here. So I have to earn these points. And when I earn these points, they're going to allow me to get bigger and better contracts. So essentially, they're limiting the amount of money that I can actually make on all of this. But, you know, it's just one of them things where it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't fight it. I can't do anything like that. But it does sound like after I go ahead and do this contract, if I don't screw around too much, they are going to let me come out here and they are going to let me do a harvesting contract because it's bigger equipment, it's more expensive, there's a bigger risk on the line. So I guess I don't blame them, you know. Let me come on here because I think this is the field right here, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's kind of get ourselves over here and get this down here. And we'll just try this. This is just a good way of checking. Let's see. Oh, yep, there we go. This is the field. Okay, I thought this was Jimmy's field, but I wasn't 100% sure, so... and the only reason why I kind of had an idea is because right over there is where I had those amazing... what the heck would I have the other day? They were the omelets... They were tacos, pizzas. That's what it was. It was the pizza that I had over there. That omelet pizza. Oh, my gosh. And talking to Jimmy and a whole 9 yards. And we were kind of talking about it. And I think he pointed over to this field. I wasn't sure if it was this field he was pointing at or if it was that one back over there. As for which one this is. So, I kind of had an idea, but, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So... here we are. Weeding. Yay. I guess it's the best case scenario, worst case scenario, or at least, however you want to say it, at least I'm not harvesting potatoes. That's no fun. At least I don't like harvesting potatoes. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and break character for here just for a second, guys. Do you guys like harvesting potatoes? Comment below. Let me know. What do you think of harvesting potatoes? I know they're a really good yield, and we have that going for us. But yeah, comment down below. Do you guys like harvesting potatoes? It's a good question. It's a good question. I know back when I was streaming on Twitch on FS22. I had this crazy idea that when I was on Shamrock Valley, I think it's Shamrock Valley, that I wanted to go ahead and create a place called Potato Land. Yes, Potato Land. And I hated it. I loved it, but I hated it. It was a big conglomeration of things, and I had like the sorting table and the whole 9 yards and washed the potatoes, sorted them, and whatever. And I made a ton of cash off of it. But it was tons and tons and tons of work. So, I mean, that's why I'm kind of asking, do you guys like doing potatoes, and do you think it's kind of worth it? I don't know. That's just me. I'm not 100% sure. I would think... We're going back into character here for just a second. Now, with the potatoes and everything, I would think that teaming up with somebody would probably make it really cool to do potatoes. But I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not 100% sold on it. I haven't done it yet. Taz and I, we were supposed to. We were supposed to do some of this stuff together, some harvesting of potatoes that, you know, with the hammer and the chicken that he threw at me and the words that were said. Some of it I didn't understand. Just because there's the language barrier there, but it was rough. It was tough. It was, I don't know. I still sit and I think about that sort of stuff, about what's happening with Taz. How is he doing? Is he okay? Does he miss me like I miss him? And then, again, with like Mr.Tingg, I wonder what those guys are thinking. I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I don't need them, and I want to be successful. I want to be successful without them, to prove to them that they can't go ahead and treat me the way they treated me, and it won't happen again. Never again will I ever be called the stooge or the guy who just eats the waffles straight out of the freezer. That'll never be me ever again. Ever. I don't know, I do like waffles, that might happen. Well, like I was telling you guys about, I'll come here, I'm going to finish up this contract for Jimmy, I'll head back over to the shop, and we'll see if maybe we can get some of them higher paying contracts, like the harvesting ones that are out there. So I'll no, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it. I'm not going to do zigzagging and all that stuff. I'm going to actually try and do this legit for now. Until I get the big harvesting contract, then all bets are off. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, we'll catch you in a little bit. You betcha, we're on our way to the next contract. Yes, I pleased them enough. And now I get to go ahead and do a harvesting contract. Yes, you betcha. There is one issue, though. There was another contract that was available, but it was not available for me. It was something that within their point system, I don't know what's going on with that, but within their point system that they had, I took the wrong road here. I think I gotta get over. Well, this will probably cost me a couple points, but I don't care. We're heading over here. Within their point system, there was this one guy who I could have gone ahead and done a contract for, and when I asked them about it, they said I couldn't do it. They said, nope, you cannot do this contract. And of course, naturally, I'm like, fine, whatever. Be jerks, I don't care. And then I said, okay, why? What's the deal? Well, the person who the contract was for, okay, there it is. They took and dropped the harvester off here a little bit ago in anticipation that I or somebody else is going to come out here and do it. So, I asked the question, you know, what's going on? Well, come to find out, oh, I like my tractor. Come to find out, the guy, his name is Michael Hammond. Michael Hammond specifically said, I cannot go ahead and do any contracts for him. I'm not allowed to do any work for him. Seemed a little weird. I mean, I know I was doing some donuts in one of the fields before, but, I mean, as you can tell, I could kind of get this going here. I can operate this. I can operate that. I know what I'm doing. This isn't my first rodeo. They said it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He said no. So I'm wondering if I've made an enemy somehow. I mean, come on, I've only been here for a short period of time. I don't know what the heck that's all about, but I don't know. It looks like contracts by Michael Hammond are off limits, I guess. Weird. I don't know. Hopefully there's not too many more, because I'm not sure what his deal is with me, but it is what it is. So here I am, out here, rock and roll, and doing this contract. I honestly, I don't know who this one is for, just because I was so caught up in the whole Michael Hammond. I mean, let's face it, the name like Michael Hammond, he's probably a goober or something like that. He's probably has like a left foot and then a right foot, and his eyes are probably there on his face, and I mean, you could tell just by that stuff right there that he's shifty. I wonder if it's too early to have an arch nemesis here in the Wild River Forest. Maybe. I don't know. His loss, not mine. I don't give a hoot about that. All I care about is making a little bit of money, driving the harvesters, hopefully getting some bigger harvesters, and doing something with the corn here. It's better than nothing, I'd say. Now, I was also thinking here, as I was driving back to drop the tractor off and the weeder off and the whole 9 yards for that last contract, I cut that grass yesterday over by the farm, and it's just laying there. I probably should do something with it, and I'm not 100% sure. Should I go about baling it? I don't know. Baling things, that was kind of a Taz thing, and, you know, maybe I should bale a little bit just to prove to him that I can do it. Or maybe... Nah, you know what? That's a Taz thing. I don't need to do the things the way Taz does them. I'll do them the way I want to do them. I'm going to go ahead and windrow that stuff, pick them up loose, and then put it in a pile. I don't know. Maybe we'll sell it. And I don't have enough. I don't think I have enough money to install a bunker silo or anything like that. Although if that is Jimmy's land, I guess I probably need to ask him first before I go about just all willy-nilly throwing stuff in. Yeah, I suppose I probably should talk to Jimmy about that stuff. Maybe if I'm looking to invest some of my time and effort into this, maybe this could be a joint thing? I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Maybe Jimmy might be willing to fork over a couple bucks, because if I'm just leasing the land from him, maybe he could use me to help improve the land. And then if he improves the land, maybe he might be able to sell it for a little bit more, because I don't own it, you know? That's crazy. I guess I'll have to do a little bit of digging and research and think about that. We're not going to worry about that corn stalk. We're going to leave it there until it learns its lesson. Weird. Well, it is what it is. Fancy thing about corn. I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you've ever seen a farmer out in the field, and I remember seeing some farmers out in the field doing this, and I had to ask, oh shoot, there he is again. I had to ask Taz. Gosh darn it all, I gotta stop thinking about Taz. Anyways, I seen a farmer out in the field, and he's just out there walking around, talking. I thought he was crazy, you know, maybe he hadn't had enough water or something like that, maybe heat stroke. It was a warm day, maybe it was heat stroke, I don't know. Anyways, I'm seeing him out there, and I asked someone who I will not name anymore, hey, what's that guy out in the field doing? He's just walking around and talking. And he stopped and he kind of looked at me and said that, you know, farmers, you know, when you go ahead and you talk, you know, we produce carbon dioxide as we go ahead and talk. Or carbon monoxide. I don't know. I think it's carbon dioxide. Again, that person was talking and I wasn't listening very well, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But you have that going on. Well, he's out there doing that, and plants, you know, plants actually eat that. They absorb that carbon dioxide, and they put it into their bodies so that they can go ahead and use it kind of like we use oxygen, and we exhale the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. I don't know. Comment down below. What is it? I think it's carbon dioxide. Oh, shoot. You know, as we go ahead doing that, they go ahead and they breathe that out as they exhale. They exhale oxygen. So, you know, it's really, really good for that. So going out in the field and talking to the plants is actually pretty darn good. And I said, well, if that's the case, corn must be really good at it because they got big ears. Oh, the look that I got. It was like I had just ran into a wall like a crazy person. Oh, I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. When I see an easy one like that, I have to jump on it. I just have to jump on it. I do apologize. Oh, boy. But one thing that you guys can go ahead and do if you are liking what you're seeing, liking what you're hearing, go ahead and smash that like button. I know I'd appreciate it. Hit that subscription. It helps the channel out a ton, more than you'll ever know. Hit that notification bell, have it turned on and set to all. That way you know when this and other great videos are coming out by myself. Or maybe they're not great. That's for you to decide. Oh man, I got a tractor. I made an enemy. Oh boy, it's just a great day. A great day. And I made a deal with Jimmy. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You just can't make this stuff up. Oh boy. I tell you what, I'm gonna keep on doing this, trying to keep my nose clean and avoiding my arch nemesis, Michael Humpernickel, or whatever his name is. But until I see you guys again, thanks for stopping by.